Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Um, Let me know if you could hear me real good. Sorry I'm late. Uh I you see, yeah, I underestimated the time it's gonna take to edit the video I did for today. And by the way, um you all are gonna be like the first one to actually hear about it because after the stream, that's when I'm gonna announce it to like Twitter and everywhere. So yeah, it turned out the video was 13 minutes long. You know, my usual style of video, 4 or 5 minutes. This one, it turns out there's a lot to say about, receiving payments in Nigeria. So, and that means that's double the editing, right? Because I have to do the cuts and the stuff. Hello, he edits, welcome. So that's what kept me like I literally just finished uploading, right? And I have a headache. I was gonna go to like the pharmacy get like soluble paracetamol to like get the headache down, but we're already running out of time, so maybe after now. How you all doing? What's up? Anything good? Are we all good? Hi Lenny. Hi, probably should go announce this on the Discord. I think it's already started. Folks see it, but so yeah. Let me see. At everyone, we are live. Okay, so that's announced on the Discord. Let me grab the Twitter link for you all to go blow up. So you all don't go look for the video I saw about because it's still unlisted. At the end of the stream, I'm gonna make it public, but at least you all know that it's out there. Um, Hi Primo. Yeah, Lenny. There's just so much to do, right? Like with the Boeing stack, it's been slowed down with Melo because this week I didn't mention this earlier, but I don't I well, I didn't know if I got burnt out, but okay, the Ecam is acting out, so maybe it's my machine. But don't you whatever you out, I ain't gonna replace you anytime soon. Did it stop for you all because Ecam said I should resume the stream? Let me know the experience over there. It's weird things, anyways. So let me know if you're still here, everybody. I'm gonna quickly segue to the base camp. Let's see what we're doing today. So as usual, this stream is Let's Learn View again, but we're still gonna take Ninja TV tutorials. It's kind of like big building up from where we left off the last time. And of course, you're okay. I haven't. So my device is on DND. Did I make sure of that? Let's quickly make sure. This should be prepped. Okay, it's on DND. So prep stage is prepped. Toggle. I'm not sure. Are we doing editor things? Okay, we probably would do so. I'll show you Melo. So let me open Melo, and I'm just gonna move the editor things. Good stuff. And yeah, so you all go retweet and comment the tweets for this source diving with Kelvin session. I'm really excited about the TKYT session that was scheduled. Anybody have an idea? If you all are keeping in touch with the dominoskelvin.dev/TKYT, you would have seen it already. And I also teased about it, and I said, "Oh, Rob, not really. You've not really missed much. I think you've not missed much." Wait, hold up a second. Okay, good. You've not missed much. You're right on time. Um, yeah. So as I was saying, I was pretty excited about the TKYT session. Have you all seen it yet? I think it's scheduled to go on Twitter anytime from now. And I teased that John Legend sang about the tech we'll be talking about. Did anyone guess right? If you check it out, so let's go check what the session is. So I'm just gonna go to the dev/tkyt. Yes. So next week Friday we're gonna be having Aiden Bai teach us how he's making React 70% faster with Million JS. Yeah, and if you heard A Million by John Legend, that was I was listening to it last night coincidentally, and I was like, yeah, how many people would remember this? So it turned out nobody did, but it's gonna be fun to see him do that. Yes, yes, Lenny, 70%. You better believe that. I couldn't. So, you see, if it was 20% or 30, I'll probably like, meh, okay. But when 70%, okay, we gotta do this. I've been saying it on my timeline. I'll be like, okay, it's good, but I'll be like, yeah, let's just see what's happening. So it's gonna be full on geeking out mode. Just gonna see how in the world is Aiden Bai doing this with Million. It's gonna be fun stuff. So you all look out for that stuff because me, I am intrigued. I want to see how that's working on. Yes, so if you saw the little announcement I made about TKYT, because if you've noticed, the general theme of TKYT is JavaScript because it's been what I've been interested in mostly. So since when we started TKYT, we've mostly just taken JavaScript technologies. But you all know that I'm very open-minded. I want to learn for as much as possible. So we're going to be opening up the spectrum to the broader our cousins in other languages and frameworks across JavaScript. Not just JavaScript, we're going to do Rails. I'm looking at doing as much as possible, Laravel, PHP. I just bringing these people to come teach that stuff. So let me know how you feel about that because I feel having an appreciation for the tech that are being used by other folks respectfully, it's also broadening your mindset and it's give you this, wow, we can all just win and we can all just appreciate good technologies. So it's gonna be fun. Let me know what you think about that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So you all said it. Let's go a viewing. If you were here the last time, I'm hoping you were. You all so let's see, view interactive. I think this should be it, right? Okay, good. This is the bad boy. Lenny, anyone you all remember where we dropped off? We cannot start it all over again. We should not start it all over again. I think in 8. There's a drop down. Oh. So we done conditional rendering, we done list rendering, we done computed. Yes, we stopped at computed if I'm not mistaken. Where we had this. Yes, we stopped at computed. Good stuff. Good. So let's see. So Lenny said it's very exciting actually. Pushing how you feature. Taylor. I don't know if I would be able to land Taylor on the channel. That would be huge, really. But it's gonna be crazy. Even or maybe like Dan Abramov or some cool stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that if it's possible. So we've done 8. Please, if you've let me share the link again. If this is your first time, because we are building off last week's stream, so I'm assuming everyone that's here was on last week's stream. If not, you could take the other ones in your spare time, to just come up. So we start at 8, meaning we finished this bad boy. So we are on life cycle and template refs. So someone actually asked this question before on Twitter, what's life cycle? And it's just like the lifetime of a view component, and its view lets you hook code into those life cycles, which is really, really good and it's some fun. So let's see. So lifecycle and template refs. So far, Vue has been handling all the DOM updates for us, thanks to reactivity and declarative rendering. We also spoke about this yesterday in the Swiftcast community, by the way. However, inevitably, there will be cases where we need to manually work with the DOM. We can request a template ref, that is, a reference to an element in the template, using the special ref attribute. To access the ref, we need to declare a ref with matching name. Okay, you get it? You declare a ref with a matching name as the ref you're going to put on the DOM element. Notice the ref is initialized with null value. This is because the element doesn't exist yet when script setup is executed. The template ref is only accessible after the component is mounted. Okay, so after your component is mounted, that's when you have access to the template ref, which makes sense. To run code after mount, we can use the onMounted function, which is the lifecycle hook where you could do that thing. This is called the lifecycle hook. It allows us to register a callback to the code to be called at certain times of the component's lifecycle. There are other hooks such as onUpdated and onMounted. That's very it's a tongue twister. Check out the lifecycle diagram for more details. You could check that out. Think about Jake link. I could copy this bad boy and give it to you all. Hi Paul, how you doing? Oh Primo. So how do we trust me, Primo, is you can go watch the last one to to follow up. But trust me, it's really simple. We work from 1 to 7. You can see the last stream. It really give you an idea. So go watch it after this. But just take ahead. The steps they kind of separated. Even though you didn't get the previous knowledge, you'll be able to get this one. All right. Hey Paul. So just follow along. I'll try to do my best to explain. If you don't understand anything, just let me know. Okay. Yeah. So now try to add an onMounted hook. Access the P via p_element_ref.value and perform some direct DOM operations on it, changing its text content. You ready? So what this is that even though Vue lets you, so Vue is abstracting how you interact with the DOM, but in cases where you have to, get elements on the DOM, you don't need to do document.getElement by ID. So I see that with people just new to Vue. They'll be like, okay, no, I could do that. You could do that, but it's fine. But conversion using a ref is just an easier way to work with element on the DOM. All right. So what we can do, what we're gonna do, we need the onMounted, so we can import that function onMounted from Vue. And here, what we can do is to say onMounted. I know that Lenny is actually done with this stuff. Then here we can say p_element_ref.text content. Let's give it some Spanish hola. Right? Let's see. Did I get that correctly? p_element_ref.text content. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I mostly sometimes get tripped off with this. I'm not gonna lie to you. It actually happens to me where I often forget I need to do dot value, and it's not like a big thing, but it's just that, oh yes, this is a reactive value with the ref. So it's just fun sometimes to actually fall into that dot value. But if we do reactive, I don't really use reactive that much for things like this because reactive is for like an object stuff. But that's it. So because it's a reactive element, so for Primo, is it? Yes. Hey Dev Israel, welcome. Oh, we're 11 folks in here. Thank you, everybody. Please say hello. Tell us where you are joining us from in the world. Welcome, Dev Israel. I know. Oh, Lenny, you're coding along today. Oh, you are not? Okay, cool. So that's it. So what we just did is, if you look at the template, so in Vue we have templates, which is the HTML script, your JavaScript thingies, and we could also do style. So let me just to flex a little bit. We could do, so let's give the P element, let's give it the color of red. Why not? Why not? But let's do purple. Okay, let's do purple thingies. I like it. So you could see the ref. The ref is like reference, of course. Reference. There's a reference tool. So don't mistake this ref. Right. So the ref is going to give you a reference to this element. Right. The p tag. So we could call this anything. We could call it greet. Okay. We could call it greet. And now all we have to do, according to what Vue said, it has to be matching. The name you give the ref should match the ref you make. Okay, so that's how we do it. So that's just how you reference. So you can now access it as if you did document.getElement by ID or document.query selector or that kind of stuff. Okay, so you could change and manipulate it. We have never used Shomi because we've always gotten the things done. We are very smart people up in here, Lenny and everyone that's helping out. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. So next one are watches. Ooh, I like this one. I use watches a lot. So let's see what we have here. Sometimes we may need to perform side effects reactively. So in functional programming speaking, like a side effect is not like the thing the function is actually meant to do, but it's like a side thing it does, right? Like it's not the direct output of the function. So side effect speaking is sometimes you want to do stuff, not like sending back an output, but like doing like making an API call or something like that. So you record them like side effects, but in Vue, if you want to do that reactively, you could use watches for it. So for example, logging a number to the console when it changes, we can achieve this with watches. So now we have like a watch going on. So just look at this syntax a little bit. So here we have a normal reactive variable. Mm-hmm. And then we're having a watch. So recall in computed, we can get a derived value from a reactive variable, right? But with watch, we do stuff. So we don't need a value or anything. We just want to say, okay, if this changed, let me do stuff. Okay, let me update something. Like for this case, we are logging the number. So what you do is you call watch, then you pass in the reactive variable you want to watch, then you give the callback. You know, this is a callback, right? This is a signature of a callback. And the callback takes in like the new count value, like the new value that has changed. So you give you the updated value, which is very sweet, if you ask me. And then you could do your business inside the callback. Okay? Is that good? Hi Abdul, welcome, welcome. So watch can directly watch ref, and the callback gets fired whenever count value changes. Watch can also watch other types of data sources. More details are covered in guide watches. So you could go check that out for more. A more practical example than logging to the console would be fetching new data when an ID changes. The code we have is fetching to-dos data from a mock API on component mount. There's also a button that increments the to-do that should be fetched. Okay, that increments the to-do ID that should be fetched. Try to implement a watcher that fetches a new to-do when the button is clicked. So anytime the button is clicked, we want to get a new to-do. This is fun. Let's do it. So fetch data. Okay, fetch data, PTP. Fetch next to do. Okay, so when we click this button, it's incrementing the to-do ID. Oh, that is fun. And here, okay, to-do ID.value. Okay. Oh, that is also fun. So what we can do, so the fetch data runs the first time, but how about we watch for this bad boy? Let's watch for the to-do ID. So let's do watch, and we're going to say watch count new. Whoa, don't scream at me. Should I? How do we toggle this stuff? So let's not do it count. Let's name it what it is. So to do ID new to do ID, and we give it an arrow function if you will. And here, how about I think I want to modify this a little bit. I feel I should modify it just a little bit. So the to-do.value, how about I pass in the to-do ID? So instead of no. Okay. So let's just give it an ID, right? Let's give it an ID. And here we receive the to-do ID.value. Okay, I think I like this implementation. That means I could call fetch data and pass in the new ID. I think it makes sense to me, right? So let's try it. Click on it, new ID, Oh, sorry, new new to do ID. Yeah. So when we click on it, okay, you see, and you see how easy it was and how I could reason about the flow I wanted. I just need. We could definitely have done this, without passing it, but I like the fact that I could pass in the to do into it. It just seems pure. Like I said, I like functional programming a little bit. So let me know what you think about the implementation that I just did. Yeah. So I don't know the intricacy of this effect, but I think it's almost. We also have an effect in Vue, right? I haven't used it that much, but for most cases, you use a watcher. And the difference, like one thing you might think, okay, what's the difference between a watcher and a computer, right? So because a watcher has to run every time something change, or like a computer where Vue would check, okay, did this value really change? So it could cache it. So for very expensive operation, use a computer that might or may not change. But with a watcher, it Vue will also have to run it all the time. So most often you could use a combination of computer and watch to build crazy, amazing stuff. Like I've really done some really cool stuff with this. It's fun. It's just fun. It's really really just fun. So that's it. You could see. I wait. Let's check the implementation. We've never done this, but like I'm curious. Let's see how they do. Oh, okay. You see. So this was whoa. Okay, but I like this one too, right? Because hmm, I'm not always cool calling a function like this because well, it does make sense, right? Because we could do this without changing anything because the watcher will run anytime to do ID change and it will get the current version or like the current to do ID, right? So let's run it. It makes sense. I like it still. It's just like it's code, right? You could express yourself anyhow you want. I like to be very explicit. Let me see. Can I was it? Yeah, I like to be really really explicit. So that you know what's happening. I think I like it like this. So tell me which one do you prefer, like the guides one or this little one that is really explicit? I just feel very much more confident that yes, if anyone read this, it knows what's happening. That okay, they're getting the new to do ID, but it's actually implied, which you could do. It's all about preference, right? And if you could do anything you want really with this stuff, so it works for me. Yeah, but I like my version, of course, because I wrote it. So let's go to next. Oh yes, so we've been working in components like in a single file component, but we've never actually have separate components. So I believe they're about to introduce us to components in Vue. Components in Vue are really simple. Like you've been seeing, there's a script, template, style, and you do your business. So components. Let me see if you all have comments for me. Okay, good. So far we've only been working with a single components, right? Real Vue applications are typically created with nested components. A parent component can render another component in its template as a child component. To use a child component, we need to first import it. Okay, of course, it makes sense, right? Although I've heard that in Nox, you don't have to import components because they're going to auto import it for you, which is a very nice DX. But is in standard JavaScript, you just import the module that you need. Then we can use the component in the templates as child. Now try it yourself. Import the child component and render it in the template. Yes, sir. Let's do the thingamajig. So import child comp from child comp dot view, and now we could render the bad boy. And one cool thing I like about Vue, oh, that wasn't what we typed. Okay. Filter child. Oh, sorry. Child comp. This one, yeah, a child comp. So let's see what it. So we could to prove that we do thingamajigs here. We could just do. I am really a child. You can believe that. I like it. So one cool thing with Vue, right, is Vue's templates try to adhere to standard HTML elements. So I can do these things like this. Ooh. I mostly like having my components like so because it just looks like an HTML element. I don't really like the Pascal casing, but Vue can also read this for you like this, which is chef's kiss. Yes, Lenny. Me too. I don't know. Like, this is where style comes into play. You'd be like, do I really? I like the explicit one. It just anyone reason you just know what it is. But both works is just programming, right? It's both art and science. So that's our artistic choice to interpret that solution. So yeah, so this is how you do components in Vue. You just have like a separate component. You import the bad boy, and you use it like so. So you could either do it in like if you're doing React, I think you're used to do stuff like so, but we can also do the kebab casing, which is like so. Make sense? Cool. All right, let us. We're almost done. So props. I like props. Props. It's really really interesting what props does because at a high level, like you see components as functions and props as the arguments to those functions. So you could pass in data to child components when you render them. It's just magnifique. I like it. So let's go. So a child component can accept inputs from the parent via props. First, it needs to declare the props itself. So you have to declare the props you're expecting. It's just like in sales learning where you do your inputs. Right. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So note, define props is a compile time macro. It doesn't need to be imported. So this is like a macro. So Vue makes it available at compile time. So you don't have to import anything from anywhere because it's a macro. So once declared, the message prop can be used in the child components template. It can also be accessed in JavaScript via the return object of define props. So define props returns an object, so you could structure this bad boy if you want, and via the return object of define props, the parent can pass the prop to the child just like attributes. To pass a dynamic value, we can also use the vbind syntax. So what this means is the standard way to state, of course, client side state. If you want to pass state to like a child component, you could use props for it. So let's see how this bad boy works. So now try it for yourself. So what I can do, let's create a prop in child component because child. Oh, okay. So they've already done that for us. So we see define props taking an object. So you could have many props. So this is one. And you could also say the type of the prop. We're expecting a string. So if you pass in anything, Vue is going to complain and tell you, you said a string, but you're sending in something else, So here we are doing this thingamagic because in Vue templates we could run also JavaScript. So we're doing this or check this short circuiting. So if this is 4C, we're going to run no props pass yet. So that's why we see this bad boy. So now if we do message, because we want a dynamic property, we're not passing in a string itself. And if we don't put those vbind, for those that weren't here before, this is a shorthand for doing vbind, like so. So vbind lets you change an attribute dynamically. Okay, so now we're binding, like we're saying that message should be bounded to this greeting. So anytime this change, it will update. All right, good. And notice the difference if we don't put the bind, which is passing the literal string greeting, which is not what we want. We're referencing a dynamic variable, which is what we get there. Cool. Yeah, yes. Oh, Paul, Vue, you don't have to fill it. Vue is okay. Uh, Prime, why you is I don't know. We're trying to send an emoji because it didn't come through. So please don't be. Let me know if you're confused about anything. Vue is just sweet. Paul, you could say this again. Vue is very easy and it's so powerful. Right? Like I tweeted that I'm going to be building a new SaaS application called Hackfish. And I'm so confident I can do that because of the Boring JavaScript stack, mostly because the UI is going to be in Vue, and I know I could express myself and build anything I want with Vue. It's just empowering. The way Vue syntax is simple and just make your life easy. I love it. So we'll talk about watchers. First of all, we did life cycle with unmounted. Then we did watchers. Now we're doing components, and now we're talking about passing props. So like I said, components are like functions, props are the arguments to that function or to those functions. So let's move on. Oh, emits. Yes. So this is the world of event-driven programming things. All right. So you can emit. So a child component can emit an event that the parent can listen to and do stuff. It's just amazing. So in addition, so notice the theme, right? From props to emit, we're mostly talking about the parent-child relationship of components. Okay, so parents can pass in props values that was declared by the child, and child can emit events that the parents can listen for and do stuff. So in addition to receiving props, a child component can also emit events to the parents. So we have, define emit. So the child will emit response hello world. So the events you emit, you could also pass in value. So this is the child passing value back to the parent. Good stuff. So the first argument to emit is the event name. All right. Any additional arguments are passed on to the event listener. The parent can listen to child emitted events using the v on. Here, the handler receives the extra argument from the child emits call and assigns it to local states. Try it for yourself. So let's see what the bad boy is doing. Let's see the actual code. Show me the code. So we're emitting things. Hello from child. And what we want to do is okay. So no child message. So now let's listen. We could do v. So we know we could do v on, but the shorthand is at. So we could do response, and we could take in the handler because it sends back a message, and we could do child message is equals to message. Amazing stuff. So you could see here it's showing no child message yet, but you could see because we're saying hello from child, we are literally talking to the parents, and we do that via event. That is one of the ways, really. So there are a couple which you so this one is really, really simple. Let me know if you understand it or it needs more explanation. Okay. Oh, so Prima is even using Vue already. So cool. Oh, beauty and e-commerce stuff. Yeah, there's this nice article that says how Vue is great for e-commerce. You could go check it out. It's on Netlify's blog by Ben Hong. It's on the Vue core team. So can Vue be used to build native application mobile apps just like React as a React? Yes, you can. You can use it in concert with React Native. I am going to let me send you the I did a TKYT session with where is it with the folks from Ionic, and it's really, really amazing what you could do with that setup. So I'm just going to paste that in. You all could go check that out. And I'm going to come back here. So yeah, Vue you can use. We don't have Vue native, but what we have is you could use Ionic and Vue. Ionic is really pretty good now. I had a TKYT session and it was really, really amazing what it can do. So you could go check that out if you're interested in building mobile apps with Vue. It's really cool stuff. So next, we're almost done. Yay. So we're going to beat the time. So in addition to I love slots. I really, really love slots. Are you going to see why in a bit? So in addition to passing data via props, the parent component can also pass down template fragments to the child via slots. So child component, you could see it's actually behaving like an HTML element, like the p tag. Like that's what I was saying when I said Vue components really mimics HTML elements. And fun fact, slot is actually an HTML, like it's There is an HTML element called slots. You should definitely go check it out. So in the child component, it can render the slot content from the parent using the slot element as outlet. Content inside the slot outlet will be treated as fallback content. It will be displayed if the parent did not pass down any slot component, any slot content. Okay, cool. Currently, we are not passing any slot content to child comp, so you should see the fallback content. Let's provide some slot content to the child when making use of the parent's message state. So oftentimes I see people new to Vue, they pass in everything as props, even things they want to present. So for example, I'll give you a good example. Let's say, okay, like this stuff now, we could definitely do message like this, right? But I tend to want to pass in settings or things that would change the behavior of a component. If it's something I want to display, I'm probably going to use slot for it. And since the child components have a slot here, if we don't have a fallback content, it's just going to be empty if you don't pass in anything. And now if we pass in, hey, I am a child, right? You could see it displays inside the child component. And the fallback is actually pretty good. So, well, what did I do? What did I do? Okay, so think about it in a case where you have a button as a component, and in your application, most of your buttons have the text called submit, and it's only on rare cases you have something different, right? So you could have like a slot that's going to hold like what is going to be displayed on the button, but it should fall back to submit so that you can literally just pass in the button without passing in anything, and it's just going to render. I use it a lot. I love that pattern. It just makes building components a breeze. It's amazing. Yeah, I think there's Vue Native. It's not like it's there is Vue Native. I don't know. There's also Native Script Vue. Is there Vue Native though? Wait, hold up. Let's say I haven't used one Vue Native. Okay. Oh, okay. There is. I don't know. I don't think it's really that popular. You see, like you see why? You see, yeah, because I knew like so this is not officially maintained by the Vue team and it's not maintained, so it has been deprecated. So your choice is to either use native script or Ionic with Vue. I know people, the ecosystem would want to see like an officially supported Vue native solution from the core team of Vue, but I don't think they have the appetite for it because I think I've heard Ivan you mentioned that they don't really have the appetite and actually the bandwidth to build a name because it's a whole lot of work to build something for mobile and for cross platform. So they don't have the appetite, so that's why they like leave it to the ecosystem in the form of Ionic and native script, which I think is pretty good. So if I do that, I personally, when I was building mobile apps, I use Flutter because I kind of like it. So you have a lot of options, but I'm mostly approaching Vue currently on building on the web because that's where I build on. And if you're building on the web, you don't have to really worry about what if you're going to do mobile. Like, are you building mobile apps right now? If the answer is zero, then there's no need to worry about okay whether you're going to whether Vue has like Vue native ready. You just focus on Vue on the web, which is amazing. Savvy. So final. Oh, confetti! You did it. So we did it, everyone. Let me give you my own confetti. Mine comes with DJ on. Yes. Yeah. So you finished the tutorial. At this point, you should have a good idea. Yes, really, like those 15 steps. Trust me, you've known like I dare say 70% of Vue, like the knowledge you have, you just have to sharpen it. But you know a lot of Vue to like say, yes, I know Vue. So you are finished. Oh, I see. I never knew. Yeah, I've seen this in applications, right? So there's actually a confetti package. Interesting. Let's try this again. Oh, 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 oh. Please don't mind me. I'm having a good time. The animation is really pretty slick. I like it. So, however, we've covered a lot of things really fast and glossed over the details. So definitely keep learning, of course. As a next step, you can set up a review project on your machine by following quick start. go over to Quick Start and follow that. Go through the main guide, which covers all the topics we learned so far in greater details and much more. Check out some more practical examples. We can't wait to see what you build next. Me too. You have had your crash course on Vue. You are Vue developers in my books. Confetti for you. Yeah. Yeah, right. Weeks. I don't know about weeks. I don't know about Wix really. I don't really have appetite for mobile development because I'm not really doing that. Even my next SaaS idea is just gonna be like a web app. So I don't know. I'm comfy. Um. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to making more Vue videos, and I don't like the default tutorial style videos, which there's nothing wrong with them. They're really good, but I really want something that's more contextual. Like, okay, this is how I solved this problem, and I show it to you like in Vue and explain to you. More like Sam Selikov's way of doing video. He's big on React, and it's also I think he's building Build UI. Build UI. I really love Build UI. I love his videos and his content is really really good. I like that style. So probably you're gonna see more videos from me around that style of just building UIs with you, especially when I'm working on Melo and the boring JavaScript stack. Speaking about the boring JavaScript stack, so we've completed this bad boy. You all have commented and retweeted the thing. Make sure you are joined this Salescast community. Please subscribe. If you are watching on Twitch, also follow and go start the boring JavaScript stack project. Okay, we are past 100 stars, which is something I'm really happy about. Thanks to you all. This is like the most star I've received on a project I've ever rated, like, to be honest. And I'm really glad to see where we are actually going with this. Or so it's getting really pretty exciting so far. And so please go start the boring JavaScript stack. I'm taking it that you do. Lastly, we have 6 minutes. I'm just going to show you progress on Melo. Melo has been really slow, mostly because last week was the hackathon, and to be honest, I've been very slow. Not what I wanted. It's that me pushing the needle. So every day I make sure I do a single thing or more on Melo, but there is no let's say it's just a struggle for me right now because it's the early stage of the project. I know it's gonna get better, but Melo, just we've been doing things. And if you, for those who don't know Melo is a template for debugging JavaScript stack that's going to bring full user management to you. So I got the idea for a new SaaS project which is called Hackfish yesterday, and I was just thinking that all I have to do is to go on NPS create sales and pick Vue and just use the Melo template, so I would not have to write user management ever again. So which is register a new user, sign up, know all the flow, email, verify email, reset password, and all that stuff. So we're even having talks of having like magic links and all that stuff. It's just going to take like 30%. It's going to give you like it's a robust starter that's unlike you scaffolding like a new project and just seeing something you can never use. You scaffold a few project and you see like a ready to go feature, not just UI, right? It's not just the design, it's the functionality is all in there, and also OAuth flow is all in there. So it just gave me this confidence that people that really want to build on JavaScript, they are going to be empowered with the boring JavaScript stack, and it's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Even at the current form, people is blowing people's mind at what it can do, and I know it's going to get better. Even the adapter for sales, there's so much to make it really super fun. I'm having a lot of ideas, server-side rendering for people that cares about SEO things. It's just gonna be crazy. It's gonna be so much fun. So currently, if we check routes, we so this is how we define routes in the boring JavaScript stack. We're boring people. I like it. So we just have the sign up. So at first I called this register. If you're monitoring the repo, you'd see I was thinking, so I have to go through a couple of apps to like tell myself, okay, because I'm always perplexed. If you say sign up, do you say signing or login? But I see people use sign up and login separately, and it's always oh my god. Then I see register, then sign, register and login. I'll be like, yo. So from the consensus, we're gonna go with sign up and login, right? And of course, you get the code, right? So you can change it to be anything you want, which is the fun fact. Like the fun part of everything here. You could change it to be literally whatever you want it to say. I love it. Right? So if we look at the view sign up page, um, so we just literally went through the sign up view component. So if you go to sign up, this component is just like what you've been saying, what we've been talking about in the interactive tutorial. Is the same thing here. Only we are using like a composable called use form from inertia, which is just give us like we're just setting up full name, email, password, just for registering things. This is not styled yet by Tailwind because I'm mostly focusing on the functionality and the way I build applications. Most people want to do, okay, I am done with the front end. Yeah, that is done. It's not really done when the user cannot do something with it. So I try to work vertically because the Boring Stack lets you encourage you to be full stack developer, like, right? So I try to work vertically. So there's no, the front end is done, the back end is done. It's only done when the user can do something. Can user sign up yet? Yes, then it's done. If no, then it's not done, even if the UI is pretty. So I'm focusing on the functionality, then I'm going to work my way down to the design, which is going to be fun. So you all bear with me. Yes, I've always wondered when that would happen. I hope you all stay here. But anyways, if you're in Nigeria, you know what just happened. um, so what I was saying was, yeah. So you all bear with me because I see some eager people in the Salescast community that really want to contribute. I really want you all to contribute. In my mind, I want Melo to be done yesterday, and because we're going to launch on Product Hunt, and there's some other media rounds we need to do in order to like push the stack forward. So yeah, thank you for this stream. We are time. We've done like, okay, maybe we do a little bit over an hour, but we are time. So if there are questions, you could leave that in the comments. So any questions or anything? Like, see, we have 3 folks in here. Thank you for staying till the end. Yes, this is I'm always tempting myself. I should have just turn on the generator. Don't even risk it. But I've always wondered, like at the back of my mind, I secretly was like, I want to see how it's gonna like I'm going to respond to when that happened. But I should not do it again. When I should always turn on the generator for this 1 hour because you all know this is Nigeria. Like Lenny said. So yeah, any question? Are we all good on everything that we covered today? Let's see. We did cover everything. So yes, I am gonna push more. So the thing, right, for Melo is most of the backend code might never even change for our users, right? So we really need to make sure that the backend code is really solid because that's the only thing that's going to be consistent across Vue, React, Svelte. So I really want to architect this in a way, and of course, you could monitor my progress on GitHub because there's a branch for it. It's all open source, everything. So I really want to be able to like craft all the flow, work on all the screens, make sure that it's all ready. Once Melo Vue is ready, then with all the contributors, we know that they have a solid foundation to based on there because it's mostly just going to be repeating codes all over, which we're not scared to do because we want to create a holistic experience that anyone can just CD into Melo Vue or Melo React and run npm install and just run sales lift and they have a working application. So it's really going to be something fun. Awesome. So yeah, me too, Lenny. I'm looking forward to it. So we could call it today. This has been fun. This has been fun. We are looking to do like I said, more YouTube videos about Vue. And the video, yes, I said that we're going to make the video for today live together, right? So let's do it. Gonna. So you all should go. Ooh, okay. I was gonna show you all this build UI. Did you guys see it? I really like the way Sam Selikov builds UI. So this is like his platform where it teaches people that want to do React things, how to build a bespoke UIs. You could go check out his YouTube channel. It's really amazing. I love all his videos. So and he uses Tailwind, of course. It's cool stuff. And so this is the things he's been working on. So they are pro, they are free ones you could check out. So most times, since I don't write React much, but with the boring JavaScript stack though, I'm going to write a ton of React still. So it's going to be fun to actually learn from all this stuff and use it to build the stuff. But I always translate anything it changes in React to Vue. So, like I said, yes. So now let's make the video live. So now it's unlisted. 5 ways to receive payments in dollars. So you go out, could go watch it now. Oh, members only. Nah, nah, nah. We're not doing that stuff right now. So you could go watch it now. I'm going to announce it on Twitter, but you get to see it first before anyone else will be on the stream. So thank you. And let me know what you think. Oh, promotions, beta. I'll check that out later. Let me know what you think about the video and also, leave your comments. Let me see. Okay, good stuff. So yeah, see you all in the next Souls Diving with Kelvin stream. Bye.